In a shocking turn of events, ICE raids swept through Amazon facilities in New York, resulting in the detention of workers and igniting a national conversation about immigration and labor rights. Early this morning, agents stormed multiple fulfillment centers, creating an atmosphere thick with fear and uncertainty. Employees, many of whom relied heavily on their positions for financial stability, were suddenly faced with the terrifying prospect of detention and possible deportation. Witnesses reported frantic scenes as workers attempted to flee or were forcibly taken away, leaving families and communities in disarray. Advocacy groups have labeled this operation a targeted attack, raising alarms over the precarious situation for immigrant laborers who form the backbone of such vast operations. The fallout from the raids has been immediate and intense. Protests erupted across the state, with families of the detained workers joining labor rights activists to voice their outrage. These collective demonstrations highlight not just the emotional toll on those directly affected, but also the larger implications for workplace safety and immigrant labor rights. Advocates argue that such crackdowns instill fear among workers, making them reluctant to report unsafe conditions, thereby undermining their rights and safety at work. This development raises troubling questions about Amazon's role in these events. Was the company complicit, or were they caught off guard? In response to the chaos, Amazon issued a statement denying any involvement and reaffirming their compliance with federal employment laws. They emphasized their commitment to not knowingly hiring undocumented workers and announced they would be reviewing the day's events closely. However, many critics argue that the company's heavy reliance on immigrant labor places these workers in a vulnerable situation, allowing them to become easy targets under heightened immigration enforcement. The nuances of corporate responsibility versus the need for stringent immigration policies are now at the forefront of this ongoing debate. Political leaders have also weighed in, with New York's governor condemning the raids as a cruel overreach of federal authority. Lawmakers at the federal level are calling for investigations into both ICE's actions and Amazon's hiring practices. This incident has sparked renewed discussions around the intersection of corporate responsibility, immigration enforcement, and workers' rights, topics that resonate deeply within ongoing societal debates. As the dust settles, the immediate future remains uncertain. Detainees face the grim prospect of deportation, while advocacy groups are mobilizing to provide legal assistance. The question looms large. Are these raids necessary enforcement actions, or are they an unfair attack on vulnerable workers who simply seek to provide for their families? As public discourse continues, the implications for Amazon, its workforce, and immigrant rights bear watching closely. Stay informed as this story develops.